Black Nerd joins the battle. Continue. Hi, I'm Andre, and I'm a Black Nerd with a review for you. Super Smash Bros. 3DS. I'm gonna tell you the good, I'm gonna tell you the bad, I'm gonna tell you the nerdy. Warning, there are a few spoilers. I will mention a couple of spoiler characters in this review. If you don't wanna know what characters are in Smash Bros. From the game that's been out in Japan and also now here in America and also the leaks that happened prior to that, don't watch this video or be on the internet at all. Have fun with those Walking Dead spoilers. Also, I'm only gonna be reviewing it from a single player perspective. I'm not gonna talk about multiplayer or online play. I'm only gonna be talking about this from the personal single player experience because I have no friends. My friend code is 0000000000. It's actually a negative. I have a negative friend code number. Your friend code is -5. First, the good. For anyone thinking that Super Smash Bros. 3DS was gonna be a downgrade or dumbed down version of Smash Bros., that is not true. They did the best they could to make this as close of a Smash Bros. Experience as you would get on a console version as possible. Sometimes it works against it, but for the most part, it is great. This game feels like Smash. The players are great, the fights are great, the stages are great, and now it's in the palm of your hand, so you can go anywhere with it. You can go outside, you can go to the bus stop, you can go to the bathroom. Let's just be real. You can play Smash in the bathroom. You can now play Smash while you're smashing your butt. And talk about a character roster. I love that in the early stages of this game, they were like, well, we're not gonna have just every character in here just to have a bunch of clones. We're gonna be very distinct about which characters we put in there so they're all unique. And then that turned into, we're gonna give you more characters than any other Smash Bros. Game has ever had, plus clones. Here you go, shut up. Everyone's favorite characters are back with the exception of a few. Rest in peace, Ice Climbers. Dr. Mario, how did you sneak back in here, you little minx, and you couldn't bring Mewtwo with you? You know the Melee kids are not gonna be happy about that. And I especially love the love to the retro and guest characters. To have Sonic, Pac-Man, Mega Man. Not only do we have these guest characters, but that the special care and dedication was given to them just as it would the Nintendo characters. They feel like they're part of the Nintendo family. They're like extended cousins. They're play cousins. Pac-Man and Sonic are play cousins to the Nintendo family. There's even characters in Smash Bros. That I like so much that I now want to play the games that they're from that I've never played before. I've never touched a Fire Emblem or a Xenoblade Chronicles game, but thanks to Robin and Shulk, I'm now interested because I like their characters in Smash. What? You mean playing characters in Smash Brothers actually makes you interested in playing other games that Nintendo makes that those characters are in? It's almost like this is an advertisement for other Nintendo games. Whoa. Nintendo, you snaky, shady. And if that weren't enough, you also get those custom Mii fighters. You can be a sword fighter, you can be a blaster, you can be a brawler, just use your fist. So with a variety of characters of both genders, this makes this a game for everyone. E for everyone. Well, it's rated teen actually. I love the new classic mode in this. So it's the same as before where you fight 3 characters at once, or a metal version of the character, or a giant version of the character, or just a one-on-one match. What's nice about this one is it actually gives you the choice. Depending on which path you go, you can sometimes pick up coins along the way, you can pick up trophies. Also love Smash Run. So Smash Run, you're running through like the old adventure mode where you're just fighting enemies from so many different games. Then you have this final match at the end, but it may not just be a regular Smash match. Sometimes it can be everyone has 300%, sometimes it's a run. They definitely did a good job, particularly with this handheld version, of figuring out what are quick, fun ways to play. So that way, if you don't have an extended amount of time to play Smash, you can still do something fun with this. You got the home run hit, you got Angry Birds. It's gonna be called Target something, it's Angry Birds. Now for the bad. That circle pad is not always the best in Smash Land. It is a couple of times when I've been playing where I try to do up B, but my thumb just went a little bit of the angle, and all of a sudden I'm doing right B and falling down to my doom. There was a couple of times where I thought I was looking left, but I accidentally was looking right. It's gonna take some getting used to. You can do a little bit of custom variation to your controls, but you can't use the control pad that's just for taunting, and the size does make it difficult. If you're going to play Smash Bros. 3DS, it's probably better to play it on a 3DS XL. There are a couple times when I was playing a match where I literally was like, where am I? I do not know where I am. There's too many multi-man smashing them going on here. Where am I? And before I know it, game. Even though you can do up to 4 players, I highly recommend no more than 3. I think that's the perfect amount that you can get by and still kind of know where everyone is. Don't do double characters or you'll really get messed up. They try to put like a black outline around them to make them a little bit more recognizable, but I just wish the stages were a little bit bigger and the characters a little bit bigger so we can really see them and not be like, where you at? And I have that 3D turned off. I'm not even gonna try that. And speaking of the stages, a couple of them are a little too busy for handheld. Like there's this Paper Mario stage where just all of a sudden the ground disappears and you have to like jump really quick into Bowser's mouth. Seriously. On a 3DS, it's sometimes a little bit too much, but luckily you have the option of turning on a Final Destination mode of every single stage, which is flat. You can even turn items off if you want. The Dark characters, it's very confusing. Dark Pit is a completely separate character from Pit, but Dark Link is a variation of Link, and Dark Samus is an assist trophy. Why don't we just not have a dark mode? I think every character should have had a dark version. I want a dark Mario, I want a dark Pac-Man, I want a dark Mega Man. This is getting really dark. What does this mean? Japan, what are you trying to say? Dark is evil? And since they have male and female Wii Fit Trainer, Villager, male and female Robin, where's Miss Pac-Man? Why could you not do a variation of Pac-Man where you could be Miss Pac-Man? I think that was a missed opportunity to play as Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man and having them both join the battle. But you got Pac-Man in there, so that's good enough. That cherry chasing dot muncher. Wreck-It Ralph. Enough of the nerdy. Duck Hunt. Spoiler alert, Duck Hunt Dog is a playable character in Super Smash Bros. You got a duck on top of him and he can use the duck to fly, throwing out different Zapper game characters as weapons. That is the kind of just love and dedication and amazing thought that has gone into this game. Duck Hunt Dog, which you hated when you missed your ducks in Duck Hunt, can now be someone you could smack in the face or blast with a blaster. That's all we've ever wanted in life. What's next? The Virtual Boy is gonna be a playable character. What else you got, Nintendo? Wow me. Plus adding on the assist trophies, the enemies you fight in Smash Run, all the different weapons that Mega Man uses, the stages. This is a love letter, not only to Nintendo, but just to video games, particularly classic video games in general. Also love for the new video games and also love for the Pokemons, except for freaking Mewtwo. Melee kids, get it. I know some people are like, whoa, what should I have both the 3DS and the Wii U? If you've got a Nintendo 3DS, get this game. There's no question about it. The only reason why you should not get Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS is if you have a 3DS and you never leave the house, because then you get the Wii U version instead. And if you have a 3DS and you never leave the house with it, what's the point? You don't street pass anybody? That's weird. And yet I'm the one with the negative friend code. So I wanna hear from you, Play Cousins. What do you think of Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS? Did you get it? Are you enjoying it? Or are you waiting for the Wii U version? Or are you still playing Melee on the GameCube? And if you have the game, who is your favorite Smash Bros. 3DS fighter? Let me know in the comments. Thumbs up this video, and if you're new here, tickle that subscribe button. I make new nerdy videos all week, every week. I love you like a Play Cousin. I'm Addy 5000. Chain Chop, which is an assist trophy in Smash Bros. Yelp.